Yeah, I think I hit the worst moment of podiatry, as a private practice owner career around 2012. I think that was the lowest reason. A lot of doctors would agree who are in the same situation. The whole thing with that Affordable Care Act, what happened was that it created, the money has to come out of somewhere to provide more people, insurance situations and all that. So insurance companies started lowering the reimbursement significantly. I mean, almost like 20% cut every year since 2008, 2009, 10. Then also, not only from doctors by cutting reimbursement, they slowly increase premium for patients. Their patient monthly premium, yearly deductible, co-insurance, and just that dynamics, major change in the dynamics. All of a sudden, 4 years later, 2012, I look myself, I'm just barely surviving. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Seeing patients, I just have to see more number of patients to, come up with revenue to provide my family, right? On the food on the table. And not only that, EHR, electronic health record policy, made it like a law, so you had to do all the regulations, follow the rules and regulations. Doctors, I had to stay at least 4 or 5 hours after seeing so many patients, just to catch up to meet that deficit. Then I had to stay another 3 or 4 hours to finish my electronic health record. And then I was burnt out. That was the 2012. I really didn't want to do anything to do with the healthcare field anymore. So I have entrepreneurship at heart. I came to United States back in 1990 by myself. I was 19 years old, becoming 20 years old. So I was a young kid, ambitious. I came to United States with nothing. I didn't speak a lot of English. I really chose a state of Tennessee on purpose because I knew there would be no Korean people that I probably easily cling to. So, deep down southern states, I came just to that single purpose, be successful in United States. So that's how basically, I survived the coming to United States and trying to establish my success. Computer science, business, that was my original first double major. Then, I worked abroad and kind of sought martial arts pathway in Japan, came back to United States. Then, I did a biochemistry degree, then went to podiatry school, became podiatrist, graduated 2001. So that was my journey, doing very well until 2009, and then, I hit that spot like burnout in 2012. Now I want to talk about how my epiphany moment was back in 2014 New Orleans. That was just my last hope, last chance. I met great people throughout so far, right, my life. I was always fortunate to meet great people. One person in particular, his name is Fred, and he does sell the fluoroscopy for, Minicium, the portable X-ray machine for surgical or non-surgical. He's based in Chicago area, and he's been telling me for 2 years, 2012, 13, TJ, you got to go to New Orleans. You got to see before you quit. Check this conference out. So I did back in 2014. Okay, before I quit and go into a restaurant business, real estate business, any other business other than podiatry or your medical field, I came to New Orleans. That was my epiphany. When first time I saw these small group of doctors performing minimally invasive surgery, something just like hit my brain. You know, I was stunned to see the small portal they created and perform bone surgeries through little portal, 2 millimeter portals, and fixing the deformity without putting internal hardware fixation. Immediately, I felt like I got to get into this. This is something that would change my whole career velocity of that going into the other direction, right? Quit and go for other career. But that moment, okay, I'm going all in, not halfway, all in to implement minimally invasive surgery, how I can learn this as fast as possible, and then implement into my private practice. By doing that, I can create niche, and then I can provide, to me, awesome alternative treatment solutions to my patients. And I didn't look back. That was 2014. Now that I look back, that was my lowest moment, and how I accidentally ran into, not accidentally, maybe it was destiny, I don't know. So people that around me, environment, it just probably had to fall into that 2014, that event. It's not 100%, but I saw the vision when I saw that minimally invasive surgery. I see a lot more potential than what they were doing there. Lack of marketing, lack of promotion, lack of possibly the public awareness. They were still, because of that, some stories, back in the days, a lot of doctors were kind of shy, in a way, under the shadow. And, for some reason, it was very small and it wouldn't expand that beautiful alternative procedures into more foot and ankle surgery world in United States. Funny thing is, United States, the only country, it's slowest development of that minimally invasive foot and ankle surgery. Now that I look back, even funnier thing is that all these procedures were developed by podiatrists from United States. And I learned a lot more stories behind, MIS, which is minimally invasive surgery. A lot of pioneers from United States, they decided to go, a lot of them, especially including Dr. Isham, decided to go abroad, outside of United States. He produced lots of orthopedic foot and ankle surgeons into minimally invasive foot and ankle surgeons. A lot of orthopedic surgeons all around the world, they started publishing techniques, stats, the studies related to minimally invasive foot and ankle surgery, 90s, 2000, 2010 and beyond. Many published articles about minimally invasive foot and ankle surgeries, except United States. I saw the proof. That was good enough just by watching how it's performed, and it is possible to perform bone surgeries and soft tissue surgeries through little portal. I see a lot more potential than just doing that kind of under the shadow and then quietly helping people. I say, first, I want to be proficient at it, and how I can implement my business side, marketing side into this minimally invasive rear ankle surgery to prove myself to my own practice. I want to prove to myself and practice to convert and transition to MIS and how it can grow revenue, profit of private practice owner, and as well as providing alternative solutions to patients. That was 2014. By 2016, my practice revenue got tripled. You know, it's not just a 30% increase. I mean, literally triple. That's when I started now seeing this as potential, huge potential for other colleagues. So if this one works for me, you know, to person who worked so hard yet didn't see a future or bright light that I was gonna quit, but triple the income. However, now I start applying the business skills and marketing skills, and my work days now, believe it or not, a lot of clients I talk to on the phone, prospects on the phone, or even my current clients, past clients, they work their ass off, 80 hours a week, seeing 100 patients or 180 patients a week. I mean, some kind of ridiculous number that is funny. Almost they're proud of seeing so many patients a week, but I can feel their pain, their struggle behind that almost superficial pride. Okay, really? So you're really happy to see 180 to 200 patients a week? Then I really dig down deeper with them. Now, what's the quality there, right? Just seeing so many patients, isn't it like almost like in a factory, right? How much standard of care or quality care you can really provide if you see 180 to 200 people a week? I mean, we are humans too, doctors are humans. You need rest, you need balance. You have life, you have family to enjoy as well. Your work is not everything, right? But I understand you gotta bring, revenue and profit to your business, because business is like living creature, right? Either it grow or shrink. You're stale, it can be, in a kind of stale position, but if you don't do anything, it'll die off. So you gotta continuously feed your business, improve your business, and cultivate and nurture your business. But if you see 200 patients a week, how can you? How possibly? Well, another solution, you may hire someone, and that's another case. Doctors are proud of saying first superficially, oh, I have 2 associate doctors working for me. It's not free, that's your overhead, right? That you have to pay for them, and you have to deal with another individual. And I know another headache comes with it, having associate doctors in your practice. So my practice, after implementing minimally invasive surgery and business ideas, and I really honed down to make it efficient, productive, efficient. So currently I work 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday morning, and Saturday morning. So it's really 3 full days, sometimes 2.5 days. With that, revenue triple. I used to work 6 days a week. I used to have 3 locations to jump around, move around with my equipment, bring into heavy laser equipment to my car, location to location. I hustled. However, once I see that potential and I prove to myself I can create efficient focusing on minimally invasive surgery in my case, and building that more people-based practice, patient focus, not insurance focus model, patient focus model, 3 days a week, and I narrow down to 1 location. I don't have anybody working for me as far as doctors go, and less headache, less overhead, higher profit margin, less number of patients, I see maybe 10, 12 a day, 10 patients to 12 patients, some days 15 patients a day. I'm proud of saying less number of patients instead of proud of saying 180 to 200 patients and burn yourself out. Less number, you provide higher quality, yet your practice revenue bottom line, triple. So what else could you ask as a private practice owner?